I have been neglectful. You know what I've been neglecting? Every month since January, I've been doing cocktails and food recipes from these two gorgeous calendars that I purchased as a gift to myself every single year. Well, two years now. And I didn't even do March. Now I'm really behind and I gotta play catch up, but we're only gonna do March today and we'll save April for, I don't know, June. I'll get caught up, but I don't think I can do 4 recipes in one day. Kate, you've had all day to play with that toy and you choose now? The nerve. So we're gonna start with a cocktail, we'll follow it up with a meal, and it's gonna be a lovely afternoon. Thank you for joining me. We already made the champagne punch in January. We did make the French martini. I was not a fan, but maybe that's because it was me making it and not a professional. So for March, which I know it's not March, but for March, we're going to make an Irish coffee. Now that would have been really timely and great for SEO if I had actually done it in March before St. Patrick's Day. But you know what? It is before St. Patrick's Day 2020. Look at me, beating everybody at the game. To make our Irish coffee, we're just gonna brew a cup of coffee. That I can do. Then we're gonna add a tablespoon of brown sugar and a shot of whiskey, of course. For Irish coffee, it's gotta have whiskey. Couldn't have Kahlua or Bailey's. We gotta go straight for the hard stuff and drink whiskey today. Who am I to argue? Where'd my shot glass go? I brought it. No, I didn't bring it. Gotta hurry and take this shot 40 minutes before I have to pick my son up from school. So that's responsible. Oh, I spilled it on me. I'm gonna smell like whiskey. I'm just not a careful person. I just rush into things. I don't think ahead. I'm impulsive. That's why I spill all the time. I don't take my time. I'm not feeling happy about this. It's pretty. Let's compare it to the picture. Does it look the same? It does. That always excites me when I am able to get them to match. Just gonna wait for some of that cream to melt right in. I don't like it. No, whiskey, you done it again. You ruin every drink that we try. Look at how many drinks we've tried. I don't drink this for fun. I only drink it when I'm making a recipe for YouTube. That's how many whiskey drinks we've made, and I think there was just one that I liked, and I was shocked. Now I can't remember what it was, but if I find it, I'll link to it. I actually started to get excited when I took a sip because it reminded me of a warm, minty drink that, well, Marcy makes with, is it called Rumpelstilts? Rumples? I always have to ask her what the name of it is. But that's delicious. Rumple Mints. When we were in Leavenworth, I ordered one that had Rumple Mints in it, and it was minty and refreshing, and yet coffee and caffeine. Like, it was a really wonderful wintry drink. So when I started to sip, I was brought back to those times, and then I swallowed and woke me right up. This is a different time. Let's set our coffee drink aside and let's pair it with the March recipe of the month. As you'll recall, we already made sugar cookies that I messed up because I put the wrong amount of butter in, but they were still good, just crumbly. We also made carbonara, which I messed up because I used bacon bits instead of pancetta. It's not pronounced pancetta, just in case you needed to know. Sometimes we need reminders. This was not good, and I spent like the next 4 days trying to turn it into a delicious spaghetti. So I wouldn't necessarily call this a win, but I hear carbonara is delicious in restaurants. And today, for the month of March, we will be making this gorgeous chocolate mousse with raspberries. Now I feel like I can't get this wrong. Seems simple enough, looks adorable. All we need to do is melt butter, dark chocolate, and mini marshmallows and water. We're gonna melt that into a nice chocolatey mixture, and then we're going to fold in, well, we're supposed to make our own whipped cream, but I just got Cool Whip. And then we'll top it with raspberries. Was I supposed to wait for it to cool? It says fold into mixture with raspberries. Am I supposed to put raspberries in here? So it's nice and chocolatey. It's just not moussey. It's drippy. So I think I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator and I'm gonna let it moosen up. And when I come back, we're gonna have mousse.
I have to be like all the way back here in order to make you see myself.
I do not care.
How about you?
Okay, I put it in the fridge for a little bit and went and picked up quinoa, and I feel like the consistency is much better now. It's much more moussey. Didn't take too long. See? Mousse. I have no manners. What are you doing? What's happening? It looks so delicious. Look, it looks just like the calendar. I would say that that's a win. All right, let's dig in. It's very chocolatey. Do you like it? He loves it. It's very tasty. Here's my question. Why would you go through the process of making it from scratch when you could just buy a snack pack or, you know, Jell-O? They also have chocolate flavored Cool Whip. I mean, this feels more rich. God, what's happening? I like it. I'm not mad at the effort that we put into it. I'd be mad if it turned out bad and we wasted all of that time and energy and ingredients, but it's actually very good. I like the raspberry edition. I would say chocolate mousse, homemade, go for it. I'm not here to stand in your way of that deliciousness. Are there easier ways to accomplish a similar taste? Yes, but they're not homemade. It does taste better when you have a bite of raspberry to go with the chocolate.
Yes, it is.
And there you go. We are a 50% success show today, which doesn't sound great. That is an F if it were like a math test, but being that it's just recipes, I would say it's better than 2 fails. Definitely do not make an Irish coffee today. If you do, don't add whiskey. Make it with Kahlua or Rumplemints or Bailey's. Those alcohols were created with coffee in mind. Sorry, whiskey, not today. Definitely do indulge on a chocolate mousse with raspberries. Very tasty, pretty easy to make, I guess. If you want to make it, do it, but you could just buy it. Add raspberries and whipped cream. Yummy. Have a good day. Bye.
My mom was an English teacher.
That's true. Are you proud of me?
Only if you were successful.
Of course. My students loved me.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure if I was in your class, I would.
I was closer in age to my students than I was to my husband.
Were you a better English student or teacher?
Probably about the same.